Hi and welcome to the Super Saturday Sports Show. I am Josh Evans. This is a show that you can listen to as to keep up to date with all things happening in and around the Goulburn Valley, Victoria, Australia. This show airs on a weekly basis on a Saturday, 50 weeks of the year.
We're now in the Go TAFE Goulburn Valley Football League Senior Report this afternoon. We're going to have a bit of a preview. I'm Mark Owens. Welcome to the Super Saturday Sports Show. And we'll have a bit of a look at the games now. I'll do our broadcast game last. That's Euroa taking on Benalla today at Memorial Oval, and I'll talk about that in a minute. They'll be headed up with Jason Welch coming back from his duties with, of course, the Rumballara Football Club. He's been doing NITV coverage. Check that out. To Jason Welch's work with that. It's been absolutely amazing what he done in 2019, and looking forward to seeing the games when they come on television in 2021. So we'll have a look at Mansfield and Shepparton first. And Mansfield have got the 2-1 record. They lie sixth, and Shepparton have got the 1-3 record. They lie in 11th currently. Mansfield went down to Benalla for the first time in season 2021 last week. That was at Benalla Showgrounds. Benny Christopher, this young forward for Mansfield, he's played pretty well this season. He's kicked 5 goals all up, got 2 last week. Paddy Marks has been trying hard all season in the midfield, as he always does. He's always defensive, forward of the ball as well, and just patrols that defensive back line. And he can go forward as well and sneak a goal. He loves doing that, Paddy Marks. Taz Klingon, this ex-Richmond rookie, he's been playing more defensive in 2021 for Mansfield. And Brett Marnie, what do you say about him? Talk about running all over the park. He runs everywhere. He'll probably end out at Edai Upper, which is sort of, I think, east of Mansfield, some like 100 minutes away from Mansfield today. He just runs absolutely everywhere, does BM, Brett Marnie. Can't believe he hasn't actually won a Morrison. Gee, he's a ripping player. And Shepparton, Rowe, his cock was pretty good last week. They lost to Kai Abram. They went to Kai Recreation Reserve and lost by 101 points. But Rowe, his cock was good in defence last week. Mitchy Brett's been playing more forward for Shepparton. Lockie Sykes kicked 2 goals. And they've always got the dangerous Anthony Anchinaco up forward. Look, I'm thinking at the Mansfield Rec that Mansfield will probably win that game today. But, gee, it'll be interesting. We'll go to the late game tonight. Mooroopna taking on the Swans. And this game actually gets underway at 6 p.m. It's a cross-causeway derby. Mooroopna 8th with a 1-3 record in season 2021. And the Swans lie 10th with a 1-3 record in season 2021. So both really looking under the lights at Mooroopna tonight at the Mooroopna Rec in the cross-causeway derby to try and keep their seasons alive. Matty Dean's been great in defence for Mooroopna all season. In fact, it was good again last week. They lost to United at Deakin Reserve last week, Mooroopna. Chris Neild starting to hit his straps, hitting the scoreboard a little more. This guy they got from Clarence in the Tasmanian State League. And Jake Brooks made his debut for Mooroopna. He's a 197-centimetre player forward. Got 2 goals, hit the scoreboard. He's a Baruga boy, but he played at Northcote Park, I believe, in 2019. So, yeah, interesting times. The Swans, Michael Cook, this tall forward they got from East Malvern, was the best and fairest player there. I believe he was a teammate of Jess Finnan at the time. That's the connection, how he came to the Swans. Swans went down the tat at Princes Park last week after getting out to around about a 6-goal lead at quarter time, and Tat pegged them back. BJ Squire's been lighting it up this season. You might as well just give him the best and fairest at the club now at Princes Park. Therese Collison always battles, and Zach Alderton's another player. I've seen them since they were youngsters, and I still call them young, but they're probably really young men now. And Jesse Finnan, as always, of course, he's a great player for the Swans as well. I tentatively go for Mooroopna at home, but it promises to be an absolute cracker. Not forgetting that game, Mooroopna and the Swans, is at 6 p.m. this evening. Tatura take on Rochester at the Kennel today, and, of course, at the Tatura Showgrounds. Tatlai 9th with a 1-3 record, and Rochi at 12th with an 0-4 record. Does that sound like a bit of deja vu? Well, this is exactly where they sat in 2019 after 4 rounds, and they went on to play finals. In fact, they went on to win 10 of their last 14 home and away games to make finals in 2019. They got to the second week of the finals that year. Nick Fothergill is quality for the Tatura Football Club. Williamstown listed player, of course, comes from Yamurka. Originally loves hitting the scoreboard. He got 3 goals last week. Like I said, Tatura overhauled the Swans, like in the preview, like I said, to the Mooroopna Swans game. That was at Princes Park. Tatura, trailing by some 6 odd goals at quarter time, but managing to win by 9 points in the end. Tommy Sullivan was really good coming back from Heidelberg. Of course, he's a premiership player at Tatura from 2012, isn't he? And he's just an absolute gun. Rochi, Danny Russell in the ruck. He tried hard last week. Now, they were went down again last week, did, of course, the Rochester Football Club. And like I said, they're 0-4. In fact, they hosted Echuca at Moon Oval, and they went down by 21 points. They've been solid in all their 4 games. But, yeah, it's just really interesting that they haven't been on the board yet. Logan Austin, this guy they got from the ex-AFL player, Port Adelaide and St Kilda, played around 20 games in the AFL. He's been hitting the scoreboard with 9 goals. They've always got the dangerous Stephen Strubance up forward, haven't they, Rochi? I'm going to go for Rochi. I'm just going to back them in to start getting the ball rolling, just like they did in round 5 2019. I'm expecting them to get the ball rolling again. Shepparton United take on Echuca. That's at Deakin Reserve. You're doing nothing in Shepparton this afternoon. How about you go down and check it out? With Jackie Hudson a little earlier, go and have a look at the netball as well. United and Echuca undefeated, going on the netball courts at Deakin this afternoon. Promises to be a ripping match, that one. Look, Shep United, they defeated Mooroopna last week at Deakin, so they're hosting 2 weeks in a row. Shane Neves has been going well in ruck, the 3-time best and fairest winner at the club. Ed Adams has been hitting the scoreboard, their ex-under-18 player. And Harry Koronua has been pretty good for him since joining the club from the Northern Territory. Echuca, well, they got a big in today. Andrew Walker comes back, been missing for about 2 weeks with a hamstring injury that he did against Kai. Returns to the squad today. Ben Reid, he's ex-VFL, of course. They picked him up from St Joseph's. He's a Echuca boy, though. He's back at the club. He's been going really well in defence. Sam Willoughby has been lighting it up in the midfield for the Bottle Green. And Rory Kirby, of course, he kicked 51 goals in 2017 before a serious injury had him sidelined for about a year. But he kicked 3 goals last week in that Rochi game that they won at Moon Oval by 21 points. So, look, I'm going for Echuca to beat United, but I think it'll be interesting. We all know United play Deakin Reserve really, really well, and they're a quick side, United. Could run Echuca off their legs, but I'm going to go for Echuca to win that one at Deakin. Seymour taking on Kyabram. And this is going to be an absolute cracker. Absolute cracker. Seymour with the game in hand. Well, they sit 3-0, but they've got a game in hand, of course. They sit second currently. And if you thought Kai were going anywhere after their loss to Echuca a couple of weeks ago, well, you can just actually think again. They're sitting on top. They've got the 3-1 record. Seymour, we were at the broadcast game last week at Kings Park. Beat Euroa by a goal, but they led by 5 and a bit goals at 3/4 time. Gee, defensively, Rory Scopel and Dylan Scopel are brothers. The boys from the Gambie, been at Seymour for about a decade now. Gee, they were brilliant in defence. And Kia Bowl, he's roll on Tristan Davies of Euroa, who I'll talk about Tristan Davies a little more in a minute, but he's set the competition alight. He comes from Sydney University, and he's a gun footballer. He's actually currently leading the goal kicking. He's still, he's not no more actually. I think Kyle Mueller is now leading the goal kicking. I'll go to that in a minute. But he was leading the goal kicking, my point being, heading into round 4. And Kia Bowl did a magic job on him. In fact, I gave him the 3 votes for that role. Absolutely fantastic. Jack O'Sullivan, like to look at him as well, this midfielder he's an ex-Assumption College boy. I've got him on 6 Morrison medal votes and ex-Collingwood VFL Kyabram, Lockie Smith went forward against Shep. He has a habit of doing this against Shepparton, and I remember under the lights at Deakin in 2019, he kicked 6 goals, did it again, kicked 6 goals at Kyabram Recreation Reserve against Shepparton. Zach Keogh crossing from Seymour, of course, this player that originally came from Maribyrnong Park and won a league medal in the EDFL. That's the Essendon and District Football League. Played really well last week. And Mick Mattingly on return, GWS Academy player. We all know about him, the reigning Morrison medalist, was really good as well. Kyle Mueller is actually leading all comers at the moment in the goal kicking with 17 goals. Who to go for? Who to go for? I tentatively go for Kyabram. It is a real flip of the coin on what I saw last week. But I will tentatively go for Kyabram. Could go either way. It's your traditional 50-50 clash, that particular game. Okay, broadcast game, final game of the round that I'll be previewing for us. Not forgetting again this evening, just repeating at 6 p.m. onwards, Mooroopna to take on Swans. All other games will start at 2:20 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time this afternoon in the seniors. This is Euroa taking on Benalla. And wow, what a ripping contest this promises to be. In fact, just looking at some of the games statistically, the last time the broadcast team was there was for the second semi-final, Kai versus Shep on the 7th of September 2019. The last time Euroa actually beat Benalla in front of their home fans, you've got to go all the way back to round 3, which was the 18th of April 2015. And in the last 9 meetings, Benalla have had the wood on Euroa. They've won 6 of the 9 last meetings. But it could be different this afternoon at Memorial Oval. It's a new look Euroa in season 2021. We had a good look at them last week. This Tommy Garside from St. Beans Mentone, and he's a ripping player, a full back, and he'll have a big job today. I reckon he'll probably go to Nick Warnock of Benalla. We all know about Nick Warnock. He's a 2015 Premiership player, loves a goal, and he's just a fantastic player. And JD Hayes has been named to make his return to Euroa, so that's going to be really interesting today as well. So let's see if he does line up. He was going to play last week, but had other commitments. He had work commitments and pulled out at the last minute. Tristan Davies there, full forward. Kia Bowl held him to a goal last week, and that was only a free kick. He's got 17 goals this season. He's ex-William Town listed, came to the competition with a huge reputation, and it'll be interesting to see who goes to Tristan Davies today. I'm expecting maybe this young Adam Walsh may go to him. Now, he's a runner-up best and fairest at the under-18s. He may pick him up, but Sam Harris, this guy they got, quality ball user from Holbrook, he's a best and fairest winner there. He may go to him as well, so we're just going to have to wait and see who picks him up. Jet Trotter kicked 5 goals. Well, he actually kicked 6 goals, 5 after half-time last week for Euroa against Seymour. Was really, really good as well. It was my first look at Jack Hellier. Of course, a 100-game player, ex-Collingwood VFL captain, played over 100 games at the club, and he done some flashy things. I wouldn't say it was a great game, but late in the final quarter, he kicked an absolute ripping goal to really send Euroa on their way. When you look at this Benalla forward line, Brodie Webster, they touted that he played more defensively, but it looks like in season 2021 they've done a bit of a swifty. They've left him in the forward line with Nick Warnock, and of course you've got the likes of Jamie Dunn up there as well. So it promises to be a ripping game. Benalla third with the 3-1 record in season 2021, and Euroa lie fourth. 3-1. Our broadcast will get underway at 1:30 this afternoon, and Jason Welch will be hosting. So that is a wrap of the seniors of the Goulburn Valley Football League. We'll just have a quick look at who's leading the goal kicking. Cole Mueller's got 18 goals. I think I might have said he's got 17 earlier. He's actually got 18 leads all comers from Tristan Davies on 17 goals. And Jet Trotter, off the back of his 6 goals, now goes into third spot with 14 goals. Brodie Webster and Kane Pettifer equal fourth on 13 goals. So and Brody Webster and Tristan Davies and Jet Trotter will be viewing them and listening to them throughout the afternoon if you're a listener to, of course, our station. Looking forward to a cracking clash. And just a quick look at the ladder in the Go TAFE Golden Valley Football League. Kai sit on top, 3-1 record. Seymour second, 3-0 record game in hand, though. They'll get that game back against Mansfield round 16. Believe it's a split round. Benalla third, 3-1 record. Euroa fourth with the 3-1 record. Echuca fifth with the 3-1 record. And Mansfield round out the top six with a 2-1 record. Then it's Shepparton United in seventh, Mooroopna in eighth spot, Tatura in ninth spot, the Swans in 10th spot, Shepparton in 11th spot, and Rochi without a win. And that may or may not change today, but they're lying in 12th spot currently. Okay, that's it for the Go TAFE Golden Valley Football League Seniors.
AJ's Motorcycles are now Shepparton Motorcycles. For more than 35 years, the crew at AJ's took pride in providing people from across our region and beyond with the highest quality sales, service and advice you would find anywhere. Shepparton Motorcycles are excited that Tom, Mel, Brendan and the crew will remain on board, delivering the same passion towards great customer service that has been the tradition for all of these years. Supplying a great range of bikes, side-by-sides, parts and apparel, you will still find us in the same great location, right next to the Shepparton train station. Shepparton Motorcycles, your home of KTM and Can-Am. LMCT 11819.
1FM sponsor.
Fig Jams on Central. At Fig Jams on Central, you'll find family-grown and naturally produced varieties of fig-based jams and other products, including fig syrup. They sell direct to the public and also welcome any wholesale inquiries. Fig Jams on Central is at 215 Central Avenue, right next door to Gattuso Transport, Shepparton East. Open every weekend, Saturday 8am to 1pm and Sunday 9am till 4pm. Fig Jams on Central. Yum.
Station sponsor.
You know the garden could do with a makeover, so what are you waiting for? Cleve's Garden Supplies have got everything you need to get the job done, and they're open 7 days a week. Coloured mulches, decorative pebbles, river stones, crushed rocks, sands, gravel, sleepers, topsoils, pavers, you name it, they've got it. They'll deliver small loads and big loads straight to your door. Drop in and see them at 20 Wanganui Road, Shepparton, or give them a call. 58212 111. That's 58212 111.
1FM sponsor. Hi, Darryl from Aussie Ag Supplies. Whether you have a Ford tractor, New Holland, Sami, Deutz, Coyote, McCormick, Lamborghini, Landini or a Ferguson TEA tractor, we can help you with new spare parts for your tractor. Call us, we are here to help you. Plus we are wrecking Samis and Lamborghinis and TEA Fergusons. We also supply new mulches, fertiliser spreaders, all sizes, new twin fan orchard sprayers, pruning sweeper, etc. Ring me, Darryl, on 0428 23 5000.
1FM sponsor.
If you have enjoyed the show, then please let us know what you think at our socials. 1FM Super Saturday Sport on Facebook and Twitter, and tune in from 8am next week to find out more. Till next week, goodbye.